Hello, See What's 89. Okay, so we know there have been rumours for a while about Madonna supposedly working with The Weeknd. And everyone's like, yeah, right. There was a picture of her sitting with a producer who is also a producer for The Weeknd's music. So people just made that connection. Now, we know that Madonna's boyfriend is working on a rap song or albums. I think he's already done a couple of songs, but he might be doing an album or an EP. And supposedly the same producer is doing it. So Madonna being there with that producer may just have been a matter of her hanging out. The idea that she would do a song with him at the same time that her boyfriend would be just horrible, because there's no way he could compete. It would outshine his debut. So I don't believe she would be doing that. I don't think she would be such a monster that she would meet this producer through him and then him jump on her because she's a bigger star, because he's not a star yet, he's just an up and coming, and make a record with her instead. I don't believe she would steal the producer or anything, or use that as a connection to get to a different producer or someone. So the idea is that she's doing a record from that, from that meeting or that union or whatever, I think is pretty harsh and callous, and I don't think she would actually do that. Other people are saying that they were working together anyway, and that they were going to be performing together at the Super Bowl next year. Now, that sounds pretty full out as well. I couldn't really believe that's a bit out there as well. But then I started hearing that she was working with, there's a bunch of rumours, working with Patrick Leonard again. Now, I found an article which said that he said they were working on songs together for something. Now, I couldn't find it again. And all I've been able to find since, and this is a bad habit I have, I'll read something on Madonna and I'll think, instead of saving it or sharing it or screen capturing it, I just assume I'll be able to find it later, and then often I can't. I cannot find that article now. And the only stories about her and Patrick Leonard are him talking about working with her in the past, and him sort of putting together some sort of new album or something, and it just refers to Madonna. It's not like it's new work or anything. I think it's some sort of compilation or something. I can't remember. I didn't read those articles because they weren't the one I was looking for. But people were hinting that she was working on a couple of songs about her family and her father and just growing up and life and stuff. And there was some supposed lyrics and that, and it sounded very reflective, and I thought perhaps this is to do with the new film. And that's when people were suggesting that the biography, she's writing some original music for the biography about her experience in life and that. And then we came to the next rumour, which was that Madonna is supposedly putting out an EP called The Golden Floor, and it's a 6-single EP, 6-song EP, and supposedly there's The Golden Floor, which is the title track, and it's supposed to be just dance. It's like if it's with The Weeknd supposedly, so it's like if Michael Jackson and Madonna did a track. They said back in '91. I'm thinking, well, yeah, I'm thinking more '80s, but from the sound of it. The second one apparently is a remake of a 1977 hit by Yvonne Elliman's, If I Can't Have You, which we've all heard that song. I didn't know the name of the person. And Sod, which is supposedly a response to WAP. Like Poison is supposed to be about the media. And then the last song is supposed to be another 1970s remake of I Believe in Music. Now, it occurred to be Madonna's doing a film about her career, which she started in the 70s in New York. Maybe instead of using the songs of the era, the actual originals, maybe she's re-recording a couple of them and they're going to use the songs that way, or maybe she sang them at some point. It doesn't, just the fact that these 70s, now, these 70s singles does make me wonder. And then working with Patrick Leonard again, who was someone she worked with, who was there for some of her biggest moments, like a Prayer, it's starting to gel together that maybe there's something behind the rumours. So I'm wondering if she is actually working on new music for the film with Patrick and maybe with The Weeknd or whatever. But it does seem more than a rumour. But this is the problem. When people make up rumours, I find they're either really simple or they're really complicated. And sometimes the simple ones turn out to be true. Sometimes the complicated turns out to be true because there's so much detail that, it's too much effort to make it up. They're actually getting it from somewhere. Other times people just make up really, really extensive, complicated lies because, they're just making stories up. And so I have no idea if it's true or not. I don't know. I'm sort of looking at it and thinking, at first I dismissed it as no, she's not making new music. It's just not the time, too much going on. I can't imagine her doing that. She's writing the screenplay for the film. Now, then people were suggesting she was going to do music for the film. I'm like, just arranging and fitting in all the music that she actually recorded of those eras would be hard enough. I can't imagine her having time for new songs, unless they're like on the credits at the end or just on some sort of album that's some sort of best of that would have all the songs featured in the film. Or would she be re-recording some of the songs or remastering them? Or I just sort of thought no. But then I started hearing about Patrick Leonard, although like I said, I can't find that article again, and all the other articles just seem to be about different things and not about working with her again on new music. And The Weeknd does seem a bit far out, and like I said, I can't imagine she would like snatch The Weeknd's producer off. I can't remember, I don't want to try and pronounce his name, so I always get it wrong. But off her boyfriend, I can't imagine her doing that. So there's so many factors here that make me think it's not the case. And then there are so many other factors that make me think, well, maybe she is actually doing something for the new album, and it would make sense to go back to old hits or songs of the era or people she's worked with before to do this music from her past. So that kind of makes sense. And everyone's doing like retro 80s and 90s stuff, so it also would make sense to do like a duet with The Weeknd, who's someone who's more contemporary, and then have it sort of be sort of like this dance song that Madonna might have done with Michael Jackson back in the 90s, which would then be sort of retro and sort of relevant. So I can see, so whether this is just someone very smart putting all this together, and it's or maybe it's a bunch of people coming together making up different rumours that are just all sort of feeding off each other, or maybe there's actually something true to it. Now, I hope as I make this video there isn't some sort of semi-release where Madonna's actually acknowledged that she's doing this, or Patrick Leonard has actually stated something I just can't find, so I don't look stupid coming up with these amazing conclusions when it's already been established or whatever. But I was thinking about today. I read the thing about Patrick Leonard. I think it was early this morning or late last night, and I started thinking about it, and then I saw more rumours, and I'd already seen, it was a few days ago where people put out the Golden Dance Floor, sort of all the tracks and all going through it, and I'm like, that's the other thing, when you have so much information, like how do they get this much information? How would anyone have this much information? It does sound like someone's just made it up, because how anyone would have this much and be able to leak it like that? Even Rebel Heart didn't leak this hard. So that's the other reason for me thinking maybe they're just making stuff up. But I did find it interesting, and more interesting than anything else Madonna's been doing lately, because all she's doing is taking photos on the toilet and getting new grills, and people are still speculating about her butt. I didn't believe the idea originally of butt implants or anything, but I keep seeing things, I'm like, unless she's padding, why would she be at home padding her butt? I kind of understand going to an event and padding just sort of for a look or to get attention or rumours or whatever, but you're just home doing stuff. It seems like she's just taking just little random photo shoots all over the place. Just, it seems like a random Instagram thing, not like a real thought out plan. I don't know, but there were some shots of her and I'm like, she used to have no butt, no hips. Now she seems to have a butt on her hips. I just can't work it out. I don't care if she did have work done. Fine, that's fine. You can do that. I mean, God, if I could get a butt myself, I'm a white man, I have no butt. I do the same thing. But I'd probably just talk about it, be honest about it, instead of making people go, was that there before? I'm not sure. It sort of is higher. And I wouldn't do that to people. I'd just say, yeah, I got my butt done. But yeah, my throat's getting... Ugh. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is happening? Do you think any of these rumours are happening? Do you think all these things are happening together and that's why it's all sort of leaking all over the place because too many people are involved? Or is it just fans making stuff up? Because sometimes it's fun to make stuff up, but I haven't noticed a lot of Madonna fans making stuff up like this in the past. Usually they like to speculate on things that come out, but I don't really feel like we've had this sort of rumour before where it's either totally made up or it's happening. So I don't know. Maybe we're just all bored because we're a long way away from getting the film, and we're also still seem to be a long way away from getting the Madame X promotional tour DVD. I'm referring it to the Madame X promotional tour because I don't want to consider it to be her last tour, because Rebel Heart was great and I don't think Madame X was, and it ended badly with her being injured, missing all the shows, cutting the show short, not doing her best performance because she couldn't, and then the show actually being shut down before it finished because of COVID and missing the last couple of shows. It just feels like a disaster. And when you put it in the promo tour category, it doesn't sting so bad if that wasn't her last tour. So as far as I'm concerned, Rebel Heart was her last world tour, last real tour. And this was just a promotional tour that she just sort of, well, this is doing well, let's just take it around to theatres in the city. That's the way I think of it. That's how I have to think about it in my head canon to make it okay. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Again, let me know what you think. Maybe even ding the bell so you might actually get some of my videos. It all helps. Yes, have a good day. And please, dear God, if you know anything real, let me know.